There she is. Welcome back. Today we're starting the Tame series A through Z, and we're going to be starting off with the ACHATINA, and I'm going to be using an RG to make it slightly bit easier so I don't die. Nice. So before we get started, here's an image showing all the spawns of the ACHATINA on the island map. Okay. So this is the location I'd normally come to get an ACHATINA, just because it is a swamp area, but out of all of them, I'd probably say it's probably the safest. Let's have a cheeky peek. Nope. Okay, so we found one. So you could take them out in the open, but considering there's Capros, there's Sarkos, there's Dinos, Butchers, all the good stuff, I use the RG just to bring it somewhere so it's easier to tame, but in this case I'm going to bring it back to my base and tame it easy peasy, without any danger. Nice. Okay, so now we're back at base. I'm just going to drop him in this little taming pan and start the tame. So, if you're an idiot like me, you're going to want to make sure your boy's on passive, otherwise he will mess up your boy as soon as you start trying to before you start trying to tame him, and he will, yeah, ideal. So an ACHATINA is a knockout tame, i.e. we're gonna have to trank him out. You'll want to use a long neck rifle with crank darts, because the crossbow will do too much damage and potentially make him go into a shell, making the tame slightly harder. Still doable, but slightly harder. But with the long neck, you take a few shots to the dome, and you'll be set. So it's just a million times more easy doing it this way, rather than trying to tame them in the wild. Otherwise, they will get messed up by literally anything that comes your way. You'll get attacked by everything in the water. So it's just safer. So now that he's locked out, the way you tame an ACHATINA is with sweet veggie cakes. On official settings, you'll need narcotics to keep him down for longer, but since I'm on a boosted server, I probably won't need any at all. It'll take 1 or 2 cakes max, and he'll be tamed. The stats of the ACHATINA don't really matter, because we're only going to be using them for one thing, and that is making ACHATINA paste, which is a cemented paste alternative, which they make passively if they are on Enable Wander. So the idea is to get as many snails as you can, put them all on Wander, make sure they're all neutered, otherwise you'll end up with a million dead snail babies in your base, because let's face it, you won't have enough veggie cakes to feed them all. So this one wasn't too bad, it only took 2 veggie cakes, but again I'm on boosted. Sweet, so now that's tamed, let's show you the passive. So here's one I tamed earlier. As you can see, he's passively dropping ACHATINA paste, which can be picked up from behind his snail trail when he leaves it, cheeky. Or you can go into his inventory and there'll be stacks created over time. So they can create 100 ACHATINA paste, but once they go past that point and there's no more room, they'll start creating polymer. So over time, they will passively create it as long as they're on Enable Wandering ACHATINA paste. Once the stack becomes full, they will start creating organic polymer instead. So snails don't actually have a sex, so as soon as you have more than one on Wandering, they will attempt to mate, which is not what you want, because that means you will have a billion babies spawning, especially over like 10 snails. They'll be mating with every single one around them, which would be less than ideal. Actually, it's already started, so yeah, you'll want to neuter all of them. Let's face it, you don't want to make them because they cost so many veggie cakes. So unless you've got a really good farm, there's just no viable point in doing it. So that's how you tame an ACHATINA. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Nice. Nice. One.